was 8 years old, I was very fat. My friends in elementary school used to tease me and shame me and bully me because of my weight problem. I really hated the experience in school. I wish I could get out of the problem. So I tried all my best to reduce my weight problem. I attempt to not have any food in a day, and that's where I realized that it had become a disorder.
Two years ago, I was actually hushed by a man. Since the incident, I get scared whenever I look at any man. It affects in my daily life. Whenever I have group projects, I tend to avoid looking at them, being with them, and talking with them. Whenever I'm with them, I feel more sweating and I feel anxious.
It all happened 3 years ago. One day I woke up in my study area and it was not the same as I left it the day before. I really got super stressed about it and I really felt abnormally anxious about this. So what I did, I quickly cleaned everything up and then I felt a bit calm about it. As time goes, I really felt a bit abnormal about myself because I really get a bit anxious when I see things around me a bit unorganized. As time goes, people start to realize my abnormalities and my close friends was a bit hurtful because they started teasing my abnormalities, and that time was a really hard phase of my life. So as time goes, I start to hide myself because of this problem, and my parents realized this behavior. So they thought of getting me some help. So one day they brought me to get some to get me some counselings. So during that counselings, I was diagnosed with OCD, which is also known as obsessive compulsive disorder.
I've noticed various kinds of change during my adolescent days. Things such as fear of abandonment, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts constantly battling my head. I didn't know what to do back then. I didn't know who I'm supposed to see, whether I'm supposed to seek help. There were days which I spent crying myself to sleep. And worst of all, I found it hard to strike conversations with my friends. I see everyone laughing around me, everyone having fun, everyone doing so many great fun things, but I couldn't do any of it. Instead, I find myself crying to sleep every night. So this made me to fall back academically. I just find myself to be a constant failure every single time.
Oh really? I wasn't aware of it. I'm not really that shocked about statistics because everyone has that phase in their life, right?
Yes, I actually have some friends who fall under that category, so I'm quite aware about it.
I'm well aware of these statistics. As you all know, I'm a medical student. We are well exposed to patients and all, whatnot. This exposure with patients has given us a practical approach to this, what is shown in these statistics, the depiction in these statistics.
I've seen these statistics in the Star newspaper, brought forward by the Malaysian Mental Health Association's president itself.
Yes, a little something that I have gone through personally is that I've gone through some financial issues. For example, I do not have enough money by the end of some months to hang out with my friends. They will be having fun and I'll just be there like saving some money. So I think that's the form of stress that I have.
Yeah, usually I feel stressed, especially during exam, because I'm the person who likes to study in the last minute. So I have to rush in order to finish all my syllabus. So
I feel stressed before because I lost the tournament a few days ago. I have made all the preparations for this badminton tournament, but I still can't win the tournament. I have made the silly mistake and forget about the strategy during the tournaments. So that's why I lost the tournament.
I've also had my fair share of mental distress, encounters with mental distress. In my case, it's a problem with relationship. It's a matter of love. Yes, there was this girl that I was very much in love with, but it's one-sided. I've always had feelings for this girl, and one day I mustered up the courage to approach her. Not really approached, I was lying. I texted her and then I poured out my feelings through the text. She did not reciprocate, but I kept on pushing the matter. She kept on moving away from me until finally one day she said no.
I used to wear braces before, and before that, when I laugh, I used to close my mouth so that my teeth won't show. And even the doctor called my teeth arrangement, it's like the ugly duckling stage. So even the name itself sounds ugly, right? So people have been calling me ugly, and I had that self-esteem problem at the time.
I've learned to manage my stress by engaging in activities such as artworks, and which includes paintings and also scribbling. When I say artwork, I'm not talking about Picasso level artwork, but it's just simple scribblings and drawings, something to take my mind off of the impending stress of exams. And so far, it has worked well for me.
When I'm stressed, I'll just seek for my parents and friends, and I'm just gonna talk to them about all of my problems. And then when I talk to them, everything will become clear.
When I'm having stress, usually I will go for sports, especially badminton, because I personally like to play badminton. And when I go to play badminton, I usually go with my friends, and it helps me to interact with them, and I really feel very happy when I go out with all my friends. And besides, you can interact with your friend, you also can, because during badminton you sweat, you will really sweat, and how to say, you will have a very healthy body.
Whenever I feel stressed, I'm not sure if this actually helps others, but it definitely works in my case, as I'll definitely talk to myself in front of the mirror, because I believe in self-psychology myself each time I stumble to the ground. Well, in this case, my strength definitely did not come from lifting weights, but it helps me to gain more strength each time I lift myself up from troubles and stress.
I actually calm myself down by music. I like listening to all kinds of music, and I like playing the keyboard. So I think that way works best for me. But I believe that different people have different ways of calming themselves down. Like maybe some people like drawing, some people like music like me. So I have found my way. What's yours?
And if someone feels stressed, you must take it serious and find some way to overcome it.
So I'm telling all of you guys that have stress, depression, don't just bottle up your feelings. Just find someone to talk to, okay?
It's indeed very gratifying to find the youth of Aimst is showing a great interest and recording our comments for creating better awareness on mental health issues. The theme of WHO this year for mental health is youth and mental health. Globally, you'll be surprised to know that more than 1.1 billion people are suffering from some mental disorder or so. In Malaysia, which has a population of 30 million, almost 30% of the population do suffer from some form of psychiatric disorder. In other words, 1 in 3 Malaysian is having some problem, mental health issue particularly. And in this, there was a survey in 2017 on adolescents. Children in the age group 13 to 17 were surveyed, almost 50,000 of them, and it was found that 1 in 5 adolescents were suffering from depression, and almost 10% of them attempted suicide, which is rather alarming. The most important reason why people do not approach the psychiatrists or psychologists for treatment is stigma. Stigma is a sense of shame. They feel that they are inadequate compared to other people, and there's a lot of social pressure against the people who suffer from any disorder from revealing it. The other reasons for this poor approach to psychiatric or psychological disorders is ignorance, then there's a lack of facilities, and accessibility is also lacking. The commonest disorder globally as well as in Malaysia is depression. There's almost 12% of Malaysians suffering from depression, and many other common disorders like anxiety disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders, and above all substance use disorders, schizophrenia and bipolar disorders. The commonest early symptoms I shall narrate is a low mood, a lack of interest, letharginess, impairment in their sleep and appetite. If they last for more than 2 or 3 weeks, please seek professional help or encourage the person who is suffering to seek professional help. Otherwise, even by speaking and supporting the person who is suffering, maybe due to some environmental reasons, they can be helped to come out of that particular situation. And in addition, certain other major disorders like schizophrenia and all show a change in behavior. Either they decline in their performance, they become irritable, they may become aggressive or show no interest in their work. And of course, keep an eye on youngsters particularly who are dependent on substances. They may have certain symptoms like being very secretive, there will be a change in their performance, they may even resort to criminal activities to procure money for their substance of abuse. Please keep an eye on them. By carrying out these national mental health surveys, the government is fully aware and seized about the mental health problems in the country. Every 4 years they do carry out a survey. And besides that, they formed an organization called Mentari, which is monitoring and spearheading the community health programs, including community mental health programs, which is quite effective in reaching out to the people, providing them even home care, and have provided a lot of other support in the form of medications, follow-up, and easy access to OPD services as well as whatever available hospital services are being provided by the government. I must assure that most of the psychiatric or psychological disorders are very effectively treatable. We have sufficient resources, and all that is required is that people should approach the right mental health professional at the right time. And we assure you all support from our side. Thank you.
Almost 80% of patients who have mental issues do not know how to seek for help just because of the stigmas and barriers we have in our community. I think now it's time for us to break those stigmas and provide them whatever help they need. Just remember, taking a step forward and talking today will create a better tomorrow. So,
Hashtag mental health matters.
Hashtag
Mental health
matters.
Hashtag mental health matters.
Hashtag mental health matters.
Hashtag mental health matters.
Hashtag mental health matters.
Hashtag mental health matters.